Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the TCS ION webinar on Gateway to TCS Digital through TCS ION Industry Honor Program, which is IHP. This is Darshan. I head the marketing function for the higher education segment at TCS ION. So with this, I would like to introduce Ravindra Kembavi. Ravindra Kembavi is our Chief Education Evangelist and Head of Sales at TCS ION Higher Education Business Unit. Ravi, as we call him, is a postgraduate in business management. He has over 30 years of experience in various capacities and has worked across various locations in the country, across various roles within TCS and other companies. Ravi is multilingual. He knows more than 6 languages. He's a polyglot, Kannada being his mother tongue. He was born in Shillong, early education from Air Force School, and completing his graduation from Osmania University, Hyderabad. So, Ravi, over to you for the welcome address and context setting.
Yeah, thanks for generous introduction, Darshan. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, head of institutions. Good evening, educators. Good evening, students. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Darshan, there seems to be some background noise, I guess, so I may not be very clear. Yeah, it is gone now. Yeah, thanks. Thank you for joining today's webinar on a gateway to TCS digital exam through TCS ION Industry Honors Program. As you are all aware, that TCS is one of the largest recruiter of fresh graduates in the private sector segment in the country. So, based on various reports that keep floating around in media, and also there is a lot of talk that the young graduates are finding it difficult to get right set of jobs, right? And there are many reports which suggest that only about 30 to 35% of fresh graduates get right set of jobs. Rest of them probably industry do not find relevant. That is the state which we are in. So we did a lot of research. We said, how do we bridge the gap? So we brought in industry honors program for educational institutions to bridge this particular gap. Because what happens is that industry grows at a particular pace. And what we have seen with our association with most of the education institutions across country over the years is that it is difficult to meet or keep up the pace with the industry. Hence, we have invested into bringing in right set of learning courses which are industry relevant, which are designed, or rather I would say co-designed with help of industry and academia, a renowned, I would say, industry experts and renowned academicians part of this particular program. Not only that, we also felt that, by just having these learning courses given to the institutes may not help in much way. So we thought we'll bring in experiential learning as part of the course. Then as an outcome, an internship and a job opportunity for the students. So we'll explain all this. My colleague Suvajit, who is there on the panel, will explain all this. But before we get into the detailed discussion, I would like to throw some light on the transformation which we are trying to bring in into the education sector. So we have identified 4 key dimensions which we feel are the need of the hour for educational institutions in some way or the other. It may be that all 4 could be relevant to an institute, or maybe 1 or 2 of this could be relevant. So first of them is the learning dimension. So this is what we are going to discuss today, how it is going to benefit an institute what is that in for student to make career with. So we'll discuss more at length. So I'll not spend much about it right now. But yes, we are focusing on bringing in right set of courses for engineering students, for non-engineering institutes as well. So this is the first dimension which we are working with. The second dimension which we are working upon is on the assessment part. Now, assessment, as you all know, we are one of the largest assessment company in the world. Name any assessment today in India, whether it is a recruitment test or an admission test, like GATE, CAT, UPSC, SSC, AIMS, JIPMER. I'm mixing it, but then these are high-stake, large assessments that happens on our platform. Now, pandemic has thrown certain challenges to institutes. We recognize that. Hence, we opened up the same very platform, which is highly secure, and it is very easy for a user to come on the platform and give the exam. So on a scale also. So we have opened up this platform for educational institutions to conduct their semester end exams, to conduct their admission test. So many institutions have come forward and then leveraged our technology today in the pandemic period. We have done a lot of assessments. Would love to get connected on this in case you have some of these needs. We'll definitely come and sort your requirements on this. The third one, the placement, is another dimension which we are looking at, and this is directly related to the learning dimension which we have spoken about. So as you all know, today recruitment in TCS is through NQT only for a fresher. There is no other way to get into TCS. So we have last conducted TCS NQT exam where 11 lakh registrations happened. And as part of our learning course, Sujit will explain this, as part of our learning courses, also we have brought in NQT as part of it, as part one of the component to it. So what happens is, we believe that a student who undertakes a TCS ION IHP, that is Industry Honors Program course, will learn the necessary skills and will assist that student to clear the NQT exam as well. So that is one more element, which one more dimension which we are working upon. And lastly, we are also working on operations, which would mean that your day-to-day functioning, if it is not digitized, we are there to support you in digitizing it. We are there in this space from last 10 years. We've been working with many institutions across country, but two fronts, I guess, today most of the institutions are looking out for digitizing is one, the pandemic itself, because the continuity in terms of maintaining day-to-day operations of your institution is very much required, and it cannot be achieved without technology. Then secondly, what we also understand is that the new NEP policy would also, or rather, if not I say mandated, but then it has advised institutions to get the day-to-day operations digitized. So here we are. We have our expertise from last 10 years. Even our learning platform, which is part of this operations, is a fantastic platform which we ourselves use it as TCSers. So we are working on these four dimensions in a holistic way to ensure that each of the institutes' requirement are met. So with this, I'll hand over to Darshan back. Maybe I'll come later to take the questions and all. So Darshan, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Ravi. So with this, would like to introduce Subhajit Sanyal, our product owner for learning products at higher education segment in TCS ION. So Subhajit, over to you, Subhajit.
Thanks, Darshan, and thanks, Ravi, for setting the context beautifully. I'd just take you through, all of you, through this presentation that we intend to present before you today through this webinar. good evening, everyone. So let me start first. Now, regarding the TCS in Ion Industry Honor Program, or IHP as we call it. See, first of all, let me just try to tell you the context on which we have actually decided to bring these programs or make these programs available for the higher education learners in our country. So, as Ravi just mentioned a few minutes back, that TCS being the largest recruiter in the IT space in our country today, uh, various means in various roles actually from our company, we are conducting or we are interacting with almost with around 1 lakh freshers every year for recruiting around 30 to 40,000 of them. Also, we are having regular interactions with the different stakeholders from different institutes of the higher education learning space in the country. And also, we are doing research from our end based on the curriculum which is currently available in different institutes through different degrees. I just want to check before I go forward, is my voice clearly audible? Because I just saw a note, somebody is not able to hear properly. Darshan or Ayush, can you please confirm if I am audible properly?
Yeah. Yes, Sovijit, you are audible. I think video is just kind of coming and going, so might be there is a bandwidth issue, but yeah, you are clearly audible, Sovijit. Please continue.
Okay, thanks, Darshan. So the couple of things that we have noticed through our research when we were doing it, just going through different curriculum that is available in the space today. So first of all, we noticed one very important thing: the curriculum that is being followed today. There is still some gap when the matter comes to including subjects which are relevant for the industry. In several cases, we have seen that those kind of subjects are kept as elective subjects for learners. And some of the students may be taking it, and most of the students are not even bothering to take those subjects. But those subjects indeed are very much relevant for the industry today. Then also, in most of the curriculum, through most of the degree programs that is available, there is a very, very limited scope for learners to actually interact with the industry practitioners on a continuous basis. So if they are getting any chance, they are getting it through internships, and only 1 to 2% of the learners are getting that particular chance. So when they are pursuing a particular degree program, the learners are lacking the regular industry insight coming into the course, obviously, which is related to the degree they are pursuing. And also, there is a gap when we talk about implementing the experiential learning or hands-on focused learning into the curriculum. Obviously, we can still see in most of the semesters there are 5 or 6 subjects taught. Only 2 of them are having practical components. Rest of the things are only taught in a more theoretical fashion. So these were a couple of the points which we saw. Then we were thinking that how to actually bridge this particular gap and what we can do to counter these kind of problems. Then we started like thinking, we thought of bringing in industry relevant courses, which would be very much related to the requirement currently existing in the industry. Also, we have collaborated with eminent academicians from INIs of the country, plus reputed industry practitioners from reputed corporate houses. And jointly, they have designed our courses. And also, they are the people who are actually delivering these courses for us. And all the courses, we have embedded lots of focus on experiential learning in each and every course. Our courses also, we have made them in a way so that they are easily integrable in existing curriculum, as because they are aligned with the academic framework as defined by the regulators present in our country today. And also, we have created an ecosystem of corporate and academic partners. Academic partners we just covered, they are helping us to design and delivery of the courses. In partners also are helping us in designing and delivery of the courses. Apart from that activity, industry partners or corporate partners are also helping us with ample amount of internships and job options for the learners who are going through these programs. Now, based on these 5 items, what we did, we have created the courses with the components that you can see in the mid of your screen. So all of our courses are having these components. We are giving learners as digital content to go through and enhance their knowledge. Then we are adding up or aiding those digital content with live lectures conducted by both set of experts, industry experts as well as academic experts. So our courses are normally, all these ICT courses are running for a duration of 15 weeks. The course duration is 90 hours for engineering segment courses and 112.5 hours for BFSI segment courses. So every week we are providing one live lecture using our digital platform. In the first week, it is taken by academic expert. Next week, the industry expert is coming and bringing in lots of industry insights on the topics which were covered by the academic expert in the previous week. Likewise, it is going on for 15 weeks. And also, we are making all these live lectures, we recorded version of all these live lectures available for learners to further reference. Now, once the learners are going through this digital content and these digital lectures, whenever they may be having several doubts, they may have several queries, and also they may need to know something more on a particular topic. Now, to enable that, we have created communities, we have enabled communities through our learning platform, through which the learners can get in touch with these academic and industry experts who are delivering the course in a continuous basis. So whenever they have a query, they can raise it, and our experts would come back to them with a solution. Plus, through these communities, every week, our experts are also injecting small learning nuggets in order to keep the learners continuously engaged in the program. Because as we all know, the retention of learners in online program is still not that great all across the globe, better to say. So just to keep the learners engaged and also enhance their knowledge, our experts are also pushing or injecting these learning nuggets every week in form of small blogs or industry insights or industry update or tips or tricks or small assignments or small quizzes in that fashion. Also, we have, as part of our courses, as a mandatory part of our courses, industry assignments which are created and designed and created by our industry experts and resembles to the actual problems faced in the day-to-day project work in the industry. So these project or industry assignments, the learners need to develop on their own. And while doing so, if they are stuck at any point, they can immediately reach out to the industry expert through this community medium, and our experts will handhold them to just enable them to proceed further with their assignments or development of their assignments. Then, as part of the construct, we are also providing through our ION assessment platform, we have enabled practice tests for our learners. So learners can participate in this practice test or need to participate in this practice test. It will be auto-evaluated by the system. And upon evaluation, we are also providing a detailed analytics report to the learners, which will actually help them to understand which are the topics they are fully prepared on and which are the topics they need to focus more, so that they can quickly pass, or they can pass, or they can successfully pass or complete the final assessment of these courses. As final assessment, we have embedded the national qualifier test, which Ravi just spoke about. So through this national qualifier test, we would be endorsing the skill acquired by the learner in the particular course which he or she may be going through. And then upon successful completion, we are also providing them a certificate from our end, which is basically endorsing the skill of the learner on a particular domain, a particular topic, a domain or a particular technology from the industry side. And also, as part of these programs, we are now giving an assured internship to all the eligible learners in through a virtual mode obviously, once the situation improves, some of the learners may also get internships in physical mode from our end. But as of now, the internships are assured in virtual mode. And upon successful completion of the learners, we are also providing access to all learners to our homegrown job portal, that is TCS Ion job portal, where already 125 plus corporates are posting jobs on a regular basis. So they can access, they can apply to as many jobs they can like. So there is no bar on the application for any learner. So if the learner finds, if any learns that I can apply to 50 jobs or 50 jobs are relevant for me, through our platform, they can actually apply for 50 jobs. So those kind of opportunities we are providing through this construct. And another very important point, very recently also, there is one addition we have in our program IHP. Now all the students who are doing IHP courses with us in the engineering discipline, they would get a chance to appear in the TCS digital test directly. So previously, TCS digital test was actually restricted to only some students from a few of the INIs of the country, plus some top of our generic NQT test. But now we have opened it up for all the learners who are successfully completing IHP courses. And obviously, the beauty of this TCS digital test is that TCS digital test is conducted to recruit in TCS digital roles, which if the learners are actually able to pass this TCS digital test and get themselves recruited in TCS digital roles, immediately they will be deployed in exciting projects and with a differentiated higher salary package. So that's the thing that we are bringing in with our courses. And the model that we suggest for engagement to all the institute is that we can work with you and suggest a learning track which you can embed in your existing degree program to offer a deep specialization to your learners. And also we can work with you based on certain criteria to launch new degree programs in industry training domains. So through all this, our goal is to actually translate the people who are going through a degree, to translate them into experienced freshers, so that after completion of our courses and after completion of their degree, they can become project ready from day one. That's the goal. And also they would carry with them ample amount of hands-on knowledge on these subjects, whatever they are taking with us. So as part of our current inventory, we have 33 live courses, which is obviously growing with every month. So 27 of them are in engineering discipline, and 6 of them engineering or science, I should say, and 6 are in BFSI. And the domains which are relevant here are AI/ML, data science, cloud computing, cybersecurity, mixed reality, IoT, manufacturing design, financial markets and services, to name a few. Already we have good partnerships started with a couple of the universities like HSNC University. You may all be knowing about it. So, and we have also we are portraying a quote from Honorable Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani, who is the provost of HSNC University. And also recently we have started a program. We have recently launched a program with BK Birla College in Thane also for their PG students. So it's a new degree also. So these are the partnerships we are currently up and running, and also there are several such partnerships also in pipeline, which will get started in the coming academic session. Yeah, Ayush, if you can please move to the next slide. Now, regarding the construct, how we have actually constructed these courses. Now, I was talking to you about the component that we have in our courses. Now, as part of the lecture component, means as we all know in higher education, all the courses are defined in a LTP structure. So as part of the lecture component, we have two things, digital learning resource and digital lectures. So there would be 15 digital lectures of 1 hour and 20 minutes of lecture plus 10 minutes of Q&A, which would be done initially in a synchronous mode, then the recording of that lecture would be made available to learners. In total, that would give us 45 hours. So digital learning component would be around 25 hours of self-paced digital learning the learners will get. So that 45 hours in lecture component roughly translates to 3 credit as per the framework, regulatory framework that we have in our country. In the tutorial component, I already explained to you what we do through these communities. One community is there which is moderated by the academic expert. Other community is there which is moderated by the industry expert. And also we have practice assessment. Now for engineering courses, the duration of learning to these tutorial components is around 15 hours. And for BFSI segment courses, it is around 22.5 hours, including all the learning nuggets I talked about, plus the query, plus the discussion forums, plus the practice assessments. And in the practical, as part of the practical component, we have those industry assignments designed by our industry experts. Now, these are implemented either through virtual environment. For most of the IT courses, it is through virtual environment, which we have already created and embedded with our platform. So there is no need for any learner to create anything on their own. It is available with the platform itself. In some of the courses, there is a kit requirement that we discuss with institutes separately, how to actually go about it. And there are very few courses where workshops are required. There also we discuss and actually now help institutes to understand how it is done actually. So for engineering courses, the practical component duration is around 30 hours, and for BFSI courses is around 45 hours. And then the right side table, you can see the course credit as per LTP structure. Our courses are actually enabled with this. So for engineering courses are enabled with 5 credit structure. So it depends on the institute how much they would like to take from here. And for BFSI, it is 6 credit. Again, it is on the institute how they want to translate it. So once we conduct the assessment, we give the raw scores. There is a provision for us to give the raw scores to institutes. Institute now can process that raw score as per the grading system they are having and include it into the transcript of the learners as their own system. And again, the lecture is 1 credit, we have taken 15 hours. Tutorial 1 credit here means 15 hours. Practical 1 credit means 30 hours, and internship 1 credit means 55 hours. Yeah, Ayush, if you can please go to the next slide. So we have actually talked about almost all of these points which are there. So the value proposition or the key differentiation that we are trying to bring in through our ISP courses. First, design. All our courses are jointly designed and also jointly delivered by eminent academicians from INIs. We would highlight to you all that the partnerships or the experts who are working with us, from which institutes we are getting those experts, we would highlight that. And also reputed practitioners from the industry. Then our courses are, as you just saw, all of you just saw in the earlier slide, our courses are aligned with the regulatory framework, and thus they become easily integrable in any existing degree. We are also providing continuous interaction opportunity to the learners with our industry experts throughout the course, not only through that media community, but also when the learners are doing that assured internship from our end, they will also be guided by one of the industry practitioners, and they are having another opportunity to continue to interact with the industry. Then our courses are focused on experiential learning with the assignments which are designed by industry experts, as we just explained. Then we are conducting proctored assessment, that is NQT, using our market-leading TCS Ion assessment platform. We are providing assured internship opportunity for all eligible learners through these courses, currently in a virtual mode. And also, upon successful completion, we are providing a digital certificate to all the learners, which is basically endorsing their skill from industry. And also, to all successful learners from these courses, we are providing them job visibility from pan-India corporates through our TCS Ion job board. So these are the values, the set of values that we are trying to bring in our course, ISP courses. Sorry. So specifically talking about the outcome linkage, I know that we have spoken about all these points, but we want to reiterate these points. First point is assured internship. So all eligible learners from HP courses would get an opportunity for at least 1 credit internship in virtual or physical mode. And also the internship project that would be given to them would be related to the domain of the subscribed course. Then upon successful completion, we are giving them an industry endorsed certificate. Upon completion of all these courses, all eligible learners would be given a chance to appear for TCS ION NQT, a National Qualifier Test, cognitive and subjective test. And currently NQT is endorsed by a large pool of corporates in the country, including TCS, as Ravi was mentioning to you, that all recruitments, special level recruitments in TCS today is getting done using NQT itself. And successful learner from the test would be given access to jobs also through our platform. And most important point for today's webinar is that TCS now give an opportunity to all successful students from IHP engineering segment courses to take the coveted TCS digital test directly. An appointment in TCS digital roles, as I was explaining earlier, ensures exciting project allocation for fresh recruits along with a differentiated higher salary package. And until now, TCS digital test was open only for students from handful of INIs and toppers from TCS INQ. So now we are opening up that particular opportunity to all learners who are going through our IHP course. Yeah, Ayush, can you please go to the next slide? Now, this is one slide where we just want to put a few things before you, that the age we are having through TCS and IHP versus the alternate options that is available in market. So we don't intend to name anyone. You can understand that if we compare our course with on the parameters listed in the left-hand side, like design of the course, delivery of the course, alignment with the regulator framework, then delivery mode of the courses, then experiential learning, means embedding experiential learning in the course, then proctored assessment, then outcome linkage, both in terms of internships and job visibility. And if we compare our course with respect to the other options available, whether it is offered through a government online platform or a premium player or a global university or a digital player or a pure online player or a B2C player, you can see that our IHP today is much ahead than all the alternate options, because we have added credibility and also we have aligned our courses to with regulator framework, and our courses are also focused on physical delivery. Yeah, Ayush, you can please move to the next slide. So this is a simple slide actually, just to showcase the current course catalog that we are having. That is the major domains I can highlight: AI, data science, IoT, cloud computing, cybersecurity, AR, VR, blockchain. And most of these are basically, as you all know, pillars of the fourth industrial revolution, if we talk about, because that talks about mostly data analysis, then artificial intelligence, connected devices, cloud computing, then automation, then cybersecurity. So we have covered almost all the required or trending or required domains through our catalog. And also, I just mentioned to you that this list is growing with every month. And in BFSI, currently, we are having courses, these courses: banking fundamentals, financial derivatives, financial markets and services, insurance and risk management, investment management, and wealth management. Now, apart from here, another very important thing is there, that this banking fundamentals and investment management, apart from these two courses, rest of the four courses like financial derivatives, financial markets and services, insurance and risk management, and wealth management, we have tied up with, for all 6 courses, we have tied up with National Stock Exchange Academy for designing and delivery of these courses. And in the 4 courses I just mentioned, as part of the experiential learning, we have included a simulator called NSE Smart, which is designed and developed by NSE, which is actually giving all the learners going through this course an opportunity to work on near live market data, near live stock market data. So as part of the practical assignments, we would be giving them around 50 lakhs of virtual cash. And after closing of the normal market hours, the learners can actually go and practice and work on actual trading. So this is the hands-on part extra. I just wanted to mention before. Yeah, Ayush, if you can please go to the next slide. So this is our partner ecosystem currently. As you can see, that we have just mentioned some of our partners. Like we have partnership with IIM Bangalore for design and delivery of the courses. Then we have partnership with IIT Kharagpur, IIT Patna, IIT Guwahati, IIT Dhanbad, IIT Jodhpur, NSE Academy, just to name a few. And for industry partner, you can see we have TCS, a large partner for most of the IT courses. Then we have for a couple of courses Tata Motors. Then we have also a partnership with Tata Power. Then some other companies like TechView, which basically works in the usability design space. Then India First Robotics is there, which basically works in robotics related courses. And also we have partnership with NSC. And as we were mentioning continuously, 125 plus corporates currently acknowledging NQT and also hiring from them, and they are posting jobs regularly throughout in our platform, job portal. And just few of them just to showcase the variety. So TCS is there, Tata Electronics, obviously 125 corporate list I cannot show you in a single slide. So Titan is there, Tata Elx is there, TVS Motors is there. Just a few days back we onboarded TVS Motors. Then Muthoot FinCorp. There are several other companies actually on the same line. Yeah, Ayush, if you can please go to the next. Now also I think I saw just as a flash once in the chat one comment somebody, some esteemed faculty member or official from the institute, they were asking that if they can pick and choose the courses. Obviously they can pick and choose. We would come to the Q&A section later. But just to showcase to you some of the learning tracks suggested from our end, that these are the learning tracks that we believe are very much in demand in the market. Like say AI is one of the track we are proposing, and many of the institutes are showing interest in partnering with us. So you can also see in the right hand in the third column of the table the name of the courses in that track. So if these courses, these 4 courses, suppose you are running an engineering course and you embed one course each in your starting from your 5th semester to 8th semester, that would give a deep specialization to your learner on AI. Similarly, we have data science, IoT, cloud computing, cyber security, immersive experience, data analysis, conversational systems, financial markets, banking, and insurance. We can actually create lot many more tracks, but these are few suggestions. And if you ask me, or if you have any question regarding whether you can mix and match between these 2 tracks, like just for an example, say data science and AI, these 2 domains have lot of the things in common, and they have overlapping areas as well. So now, if you want to take 2 courses from data science and merge it in logical fashion with 2 courses or 3 courses from AI domain, yes, it can also be done. So that is very flexible in nature. These are only few suggestions. Yeah, Ayush, you can go to the next slide. Ayush, if you can go to the next slide, please. Yeah, this is just to highlight to you, this news was there published in the Tribune about HSNC University, who has recently joined hands with TCS Science a few months back for this IHP. So how actually we are working with the institute? So we, most of the institutes having 2 major goals. One, they want to provide quality education and make their learners employable. And also, secondly, they also want to scale up subscriptions. And we are actually proposing mostly three things today. First, we can offer to you learning tracks, just we showcased in the earlier slide, learning tracks leading towards domain or technology specialization. We can provide our courses to you, which you can use for your learners as industry relevant tips, plus also work with you, obviously based on certain conditions, to launch new programs for the institute. So for HSNC, we have offered all the things and they have agreed to all the things. And we showcased a quote from Honorable Dr. Hiranandani on the same. Yeah, Ayush, if you can please go to the next slide. So in summary, I would like to tell you again that our IHP courses offers students a chance to obtain relevant skill in the industry trending domains or subjects, and they can do so by learning from eminent academicians and reputed industry practitioners. Our courses also offer students a chance to increase their visibility to over 125 corporates by performing well in our NQT test, which is our integrated part or integral part of our course. Students who cleared TCS and NQT successfully will also be given opportunity to access a large pool of relevant jobs from pan-India corporates through TCS and Job Portal. And last not the least and most important thing for today's webinar, successful students from IHP engineering segment courses will also be given an opportunity by TCS to take the coveted TCS digital test directly, which actually is conducted to recruit people in TCS digital role or freshers in TCS digital roles, which offers exciting project allocation for learners with a differentiated higher salary package. So that's the summary. So Darshan, that's it from my end. I would request Ravi if you can please take the next one.
Yeah. Thanks, Suvajit. Ravi, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Suvajit. Thanks, Darshan. Yeah, so these courses which we just spoke about, Sujit spoke about, they come at a price point. These are commercial prices, but if you look at the violet color highlighted portion, we are saying that this is per student cost, but however, when we engage with institutions, it depends on the number of students you would like to get associated with us, and basis that we will work out a better pricing, I would say, or a lucrative pricing, I would say, per student. We can really work out and then offer it to you as an institution. So these are two. One is on engineering side. So all engineering courses has a certain price point, which is 20,000 inclusive of tax. BFSI courses is priced at 11,800. And let me assure you on this that there's a lot of subsidy given already on these prices from our side. So, for example, Sujit did mention about certain courses which are from IIM professors, for example. So those courses in market would cost close to 1.2, 1.3 lakhs, but we are charging at 20K. Having said that, of course, with the number of licenses you are going for in various options which Sujit spoke about, we can work out a better pricing for you per student. We can do that. Yeah. Next slide. Ayush, can we go to next slide? Yeah. As next step, what we would suggest is that you currently have students who are in 6th sem, 5th sem, 6th sem, 7th sem, and 8th sem. You can go ahead and start procuring these licenses because the first course is starting 1st June with kind of outcomes which we have just mentioned, both in terms of internship and in terms of job assistance from our side, and ability to get into TCS through TCS Digital, which is a higher package for a fresher. So you can straight away offer these courses for your students. Other day I was speaking to one of the VC. He mentioned that why not open it up for 8th sem students also, I mean, he said, you give me a 2 or 3 courses for 8 SEM students, so that they can cover it up and then become eligible for TCS recruitment, and of course get visibility in 125 plus corporates. And this, in fact, 125 corporates which we are speaking about is very dynamic number. So I mean, maybe down a week's time you will have more numbers joining in over there, and large corporates as well joining in over there. So what we are essentially saying is that you have an ability to position these courses as open electives, as a learning course, or many of the institutions today whom we have engaged with, they are integrating these into their curriculum, meaning they are replacing some of their existing courses in the curriculum with the courses which we have suggested as part of the track. You can do that. Some of the universities have gone ahead and launched new degree programs, because being a private university can do that. So they have gone ahead and then they are launching new degree programs for coming academic year. So multiple ways we can engage with you. We are open for discussion in engaging with you in any of these options which I just mentioned. So let's make every student of your institute more employable, access to large number of corporates, which is the need of the hour today, because there are jobs. Let me assure you on this, there are jobs in market, but the right skill is what is required for students to get into right job. Otherwise, they'll get into some sundry jobs, and they'll struggle in their career to start with. Hence, it is our responsibility from industry side, it is responsibility from institution side as well, to enable an ecosystem for students to grab this opportunity. Pricing, as I mentioned, don't worry about it. The numbers you give us, we will see whatever best benefit we can offer to you. We'll definitely do our best. And we will also walk extra mile. Let me assure you on that. There is a team which is constantly working with the corporates. There is a team which is constantly working with students who have already enrolled, just to ensure that they understand, they go through all elements. If they have any queries, that gets attended. So there is a good ecosystem which we have built in to ensure that students of your institutes, right, would reap the benefits of this particular program. And there are students in today's webinar as well. I would urge, or I would request, if you find these courses suitable for you, and you feel that yes, you are going to make, by spending a few thousand rupees, you will be accessing so many such corporates. You will be you will be learning the skill. B, you will be gaining internship, which is again industry driven internship. And C, you will get assisted in terms of your placement. Feel that is the one which you are looking for, please get connected with your college head of the institution, probably the placement directors, right, and talk about this particular product. We would request that. Our intent is to make every graduate in the country employable. That's our intent. So you can touch base with us at inquiry.tcsion@tcs.com, and we will also get in touch with you. We have your email IDs. We'll also share the details of today's program. With this, I would request Darshan to open a poll, and maybe we'll take some questions as well. Darshan.
Yeah, Ravi.
Yeah, thanks, Ravi.
One second, Darshan.
Yes,
sorry for the interruption. Only one thing I just want to mention. Pardon us for a small typo in that slide. The date mentioned over there would be 1st June 2021.
21, yes. Yes, yeah. That's a mistake.
Just
yes.
I thought of making that correction.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks, Darshan.
Yeah, Darshan, over to you.
Yeah. Thanks, Ravi and Sojan. So we're just opening up a small poll. Request the college managements attending the webinar to take this poll. Request the students to refrain from taking this poll, please. So Ayush, if you can please open up the poll. So we are open for Q&A now. So request the college managements and students who are part of this webinar to put their questions in the Q&A window. So we will take as many questions as possible. Yeah, so I'm just going through this thing. Yeah, I think there are a couple of questions. Yeah. So Suvajit, the question is, can the institutes pick and choose some of the courses matching with their curriculum from the list we are offering jointly under this program? And yeah, if yes, will the students be eligible to get all the benefits we discussed?
Yeah, Darshan, I did mention about this during my presentation. Yes, it is up to the institute to pick and choose the means. They can choose obviously the courses they would like. And also, Ayush, if you can please, there are certain questions about certain requests about showing the engineering related course list again. If you can please go back to that particular slide where engineering courses were listed from our side. And just to come to or complete the answer, yes, definitely, Darshan, institute, it is up to the institute to choose, and it is open for them to choose from this list of courses.
You can choose the courses as you like, and also all the benefits which we spoke about. Yes, they are all applicable when you pick and choose any of these courses.
Yeah, so the next question is which semester students can take up these courses? I think it's a repeated question. So if we can clarify, I think it'll help the audience.
With all these courses, basically, there is a prerequisite knowledge required. Most of the courses, like just for an example, let me tell that in order to take a course on AI, we expect the candidate learners to have a bit of knowledge on linear algebra, bit of knowledge on statistics, and also a bit of knowledge on Python program. Now, it depends or it varies from institute to institute, as you know, that some of the institutes are completing all those prerequisite courses within, say, third semester. So for their students from fourth semester onwards, they can take that particular course. So likewise, for each of the courses, it can be taken at during various semesters. But all of the courses, definitely, they can be taken from in the pre-final year and final year. That is for an engineering degree, if we speak about, then from 5th to 8th semester. And if we talk about general science courses like BSc or BCA, then possibly in the 5th and 6th semester. But again, that we would like to have discussions with the institutes. Please help us to get connected with you. We can discuss with all of your stakeholders from the institute, like your deans, academic deans, HODs, and esteemed faculty members. We can discuss with you and can suggest accordingly based on the syllabus currently you are offering to your learners. That would be the better approach, in our opinion.
Yeah, thanks, Sojit. The next question is, how can TCS support faculty members to keep themselves abreast on the same page with industry trainers?
Yeah, so one point we didn't mention, I'm sorry for that. The institutes which are actually taking IHP courses from us for their learners, we are requesting each of the institute for all the courses, for each one of the courses they are taking, we are requesting the institute to nominate one of the faculty members from your institute. To the faculty member nominated by you for each of these courses, we would provide them with a free license of the same course your students are taking. So they would have the access to all the components we described for the course. So faculty member nominated by you can go through the digital content, can attend the lecture, can participate if required. If they want, they can participate in the discussions also. They can themselves develop the industry projects. They can interact with our experts as well. And if they wish, they can also participate in means other activities as listed in the course. So in that way, we believe after going through this, and as because faculty members are much more equipped than the learners today, they would be highly benefited through our program. And after doing the course, they would be coming, means almost become at par with the experts who are actually delivering the course from our end. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thanks, Suvajit. So there is a repeated question or questions from students on how they can register. So Ravi, if you can please clarify again
Yeah,
on the
sure.
process of students registering for IHP courses.
Sure. So today, this is for students, right? Today, students, there is no ability for students to come and join these courses directly, right? Because we want institution involvement. There will be institution involvement into conduct of these courses. Hence, we would request that you please get connected with your head of institution and request them to consider these courses as part of the learning programs which they are offering. We will touch base. You can write to us in the email ID which we have written. We will touch base with your head of institutions if they are not part of this particular program today. We will also touch base and then take it to the conclusion. We can do that. So you can write to us. A. B. You can speak to your head of the department or head of institution to take these courses into your curriculum. Yeah, Darshan.
Yeah, thanks, Ravi. So Suvajit, the next question is how will TCS ensure and match up the timeline with the institute class schedule? So if you can probably throw some light on that, I think that would be helpful to the audience here.
Yeah, so what we can see today is that most of the timelines actually from in all the institutes are almost similar. It may be starting, some institutes may be starting say 15-20 days here and 15-20 days there. So our once we actually start a batch, so for that particular for a particular course, for that particular course, we actually discuss this openly with all the institutes participating in that particular course, and based on joint agreement, actually, we start the batches. We will discuss with them for options. We will take their schedule. We will fit into our schedule, our intended schedule, and we will actually publish agreeable schedule for all the institutes participating in that course. So in that way, actually, it becomes easily integrable with the institute schedule. So that's the approach we follow. We are not rigid in starting the batch from a particular date and finishing it in a particular date. Though there is timeline, intended timeline, but we are a bit also flexible in accommodating the schedule that is followed by the institute.
Yeah, thanks, Sujit. So the next question, I think very relevant to many head of institutions here. So the question is, how can an institute become a partner with TCS ION and offer industry honor program? So is there a process? And if our institute is ready, how can we go ahead? So Ravi, if you can probably talk about the process, I think it will be helpful to the audience here.
Yeah, thanks, Darshan. Very relevant question as a next step. We will touch base with you. Kindly write to us, or we will touch base with you after this particular program. And there is a contracting process which we will work with you. Before that, we'll understand what are your requirements and how many courses you would be going in for. What is the learning track which probably you would like to start with, and the model in which you would like to start with. So whether integrating it or launching a new degree program, or immediately opening up for your final year students, which is very critical. So, or it could be combination of all three or two. So we'll work out with you. Kindly share your details even in chat. That is going to help us. We will immediately connect with you, and then we'll take for next steps basis the discussion which we have. Of course, there will be a contract which we'll sign, which would have a number of licenses, what is the best price then arrived at. So all these we will be calculating, and then we'll be starting sooner on these process. Yeah. Darshan?
Yeah, thanks, Ravi. So, Ravi, the next question is, how can affiliated college students take up industry honor program?
Yeah, good question. So other day I was speaking to one of the institute in East India. Now there, while it is a very large group institution, they also have affiliated colleges. And the group chairman was discussing with me as to how do we help affiliated institutes, because affiliated colleges do not have ability to integrate, do not have ability to run it as an elective. So the discussion went on something like this, that we will open up the 7th sem and 8th sem students and take these courses
Ravi,
as
we lost you. We lost you for 20 seconds.
oh, okay. Is it better now?
Yeah, yes, Ravi. Yeah, please go.
Yeah. So I don't know where I was lost. So I'll again start. So other day I was discussing with one of the head of institutions, which is a group institution, where they are one of the institution is private and some of the other institutions under them are affiliated ones. So the way we discussed is that for affiliated colleges, since they do not have ability to integrate these courses, right, or come up with a new program, there we discussed about a model where we will open up these courses for 7th and 8th sem students, right, to go in for these courses from affiliated colleges. So in a way that this is going to, since these courses have internship and job assistance, and the students of affiliated institutions should not be deprived of. So this is the model which we discussed about, and they are very happy with this model. So what I'm suggesting is, if you can open it up for your 7th sem and 8th sem students, you buy these licenses for them, and then give it to them as part of their additional learning. They will learn the skill and they will get all the benefits which we spoke about in this particular program. Darshan.
Yeah, thanks, Ravi. So there is a question in terms of, so can the institute design a new course for BCom students in collaboration with TCS as per industry requirements? I think Subhajit, if you can probably talk about our IHP with NSC Academy.
Yes, we touched upon that point earlier also. So yes, definitely. So again, the answer would be in the similar line. Yes, the institute can design or think on designing a new program with us. We can also help participate with you and also help you design a new course and bring it out for the learners. But that depends on the courses that you want to include in the curriculum and also structure and everything. So for that, we would request you to kindly get in touch with us in the email ID that we have shown to you already. And Ayush, I would again request you if you can please bring up that last next step slide, because many are actually asking for that email ID. So please get in touch with us, or you can also provide your with your question, your ID. We can also get in touch with you, and we can discuss this particular matter and help you out with your requirement. What you just said. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so Ravi, the next question is, how many students are required to form a batch at an institute or a university level? And will there be a bulk concession or discounts for a big group?
So yes, to both the things, to both the part of question, there will be bulk discount applicable for a bulk license purchase. There is definitely a possibility of giving a good discount. As far as minimum batch size is concerned, we believe that a minimum of 30 to 35 students per batch is what it's going to make the program successful at your end, because you will have a faculty also being part of it, and students would also get that kind of exposure within the institute and outside at a peer level as well. So we believe that 30 to 35 per batch is the minimum requirement which we are looking at. Darshan?
Yeah, thanks, Ravi. So, Subhajit, probably you can take this question. So, in terms of the curriculum and credits, so this question is on, so most of the courses which has been shown in the curriculum, so that's the institute is saying most of the courses in the curriculum are of 3 credits, which is equivalent to 45 hours of engagement in theory and tutorials. So, how does this requirement gets fulfilled in IHP?
Yeah, Darshan. See, I also touched upon this particular point during the presentation. So I'm just reiterating the fact we have enabled our courses so that if any institute wants to utilize the full set of credits, they can give uh, to say maximum up to 5 credits for engineering segment courses and maximum up to 6 credit for BFSI segment. Now, after taking our course, if you want to take only the lecture credits for 3 credit requirement of your course, you can take it. If you want to take 4 credits, 3 in lecture component and 1 in practical component, you can take it. If you want to take 5 credits, that 3 in lecture component, 1 in tutorial, 1 in practical, or if you want to get say 3 in tutorial lecture component and 2 in practical component, we can also work out a model with you so that we can give you extra assignments for your learners to enable that. So all these are possible based on the requirement of the institute. It is highly flexible in nature. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thanks, Sojit. So, do we have courses for science and polytechnic students as well?
No, Darshan, I lost you actually in between. I heard the last statement for polytechnic students and science students you mentioned.
And
But the
science,
first
right?
part,
Science students.
so yes, we do have certain courses on for polytechnic science students. Obviously, the engineering segment courses can be taken by science students as well, based on their curriculum and fitment of the courses into their curriculum. And for polytechnic also, we do have certain courses. So
Yeah,
please,
Suvajit, I think we lost you for
let
15 seconds.
yeah,
Can you please repeat?
I'll repeat. I'll repeat. Sorry. So I was mentioning that yes, for science segment, all the engineering courses that we have shown can be taken for science students as well. For say degrees like BSc or say MSc, say BCA, these kind of programs, they can also embed our courses based on the fitment possible with the curriculum that is being followed in those existing degree programs with respect to the institute. And also we do have courses, certain courses on polytechnic domain. Now for polytechnic domain, which is currently it is not part of our presentation because many of the components that we talked about may not be that relevant for polytechnic level courses. But you can, sorry, uh, the email ID that is being shown in the screen, we would again urge you to kindly write back to us if you have that kind of requirement in polytechnic. We can get in touch with you and also highlight to you the courses that we have and work with you to offer those courses to your students. Yeah, that's
Yeah. So the next question is, I think you have elaborated maybe, yeah, just an add on to this courses for MBA. I think you can just cover that and we'll just get to the next question.
yeah, courses for MBA also, the BFSI domain courses, the courses that we have for BFSI domain, they are also applicable for MBA. Obviously, specific to stream, maybe say for MBA finance and all. And there are a couple more courses like innovation and entrepreneurship, design thinking, which are actually applicable for any degree. So MBA students can also take up those courses. So these are the few courses today we have for MBA. And obviously, we are in a process of building more in that domain. Also, we would like to know from your end if you, because we have shown to you a couple of the courses. Also, these courses, name of these courses are available in our ION Digital Learning Hub platform. If you see that, okay, you are willing to actually offer a particular course to your student, but it is not still available with us, and if you feel that it is very important, you can please write back to us. We can discuss with you, and if everything gets validated, then we can also think of launching new programs.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks, Sujit. Maybe we'll just take this last question. So the question is, how many times these courses will be offered every year? Students interested in a particular track may have to take these courses in 4 semesters. So how is the overall this thing kind of scheduled?
These courses would be offered 2 times based on, because we were continuously mentioning our courses are aligned with the existing semester system that exists in the higher education learning institutes today. So it would, sorry, it would be offered 2 times, similar to that odd same, even same fashion. And if a student is interested to complete a specialization on a learning track, it is recommended for them to take all the courses which constitutes that learning track. But if the student is actually willing to take up a single course just to uh, enhance their skill on a particular topic or a particular subject, they can also do it. So irrespective of the learning track or individual course, all the benefits we discussed, it would be extended. So it is not the fact that only for learning track it would be extended, or for the individual courses we will not extend it. It is not that fact. Okay. The learning track we are suggesting, because we personally think from the industry side, it is always better for a fresher to have deep specialization skill on a particular domain or subject. That opens up multiple areas before the multiple avenues before that learner. Yeah, thanks, Darshan.
Yeah, thanks, Sujit. Again, there are multiple questions from the institutes and the universities, part of the audience, that how do they partner with us? So, sir and madam, please do write to us either through our email ID, which is showing on the screen. I have put it on our chat window also, right? Please write to us at enquiry.tcsion@tcs.com to help you to get onboarded. Our team will touch base with you. We can discuss the next steps in detail. So we've included the inquiry email ID also in the chat window. So please do write to us. So requesting all interested head of institutions participating in this webinar to write to us, and we'll be happy to connect with you to discuss the next steps. Yeah, in the interest of time, I think we'll just take the last question for this. The question is, does these courses come with live projects and real-time projects for the application of this course and knowledge in particular from an industry perspective?
Okay, Suvijit is not
sorry.
reachable again.
Yeah, sorry, I was unable to hear anything. Darshan, can you please repeat it?
Yeah, so the question is about, does our IHP courses come with live projects and real-time projects for application of the industry knowledge?
Yes, we did mention we would not call it live project, because there is a misconception regarding live project in everyone's mind today. So they are not live projects. If the question is about, say, whether means ongoing projects in the industry, whether learners would be participating in those projects or not, it is not the case. But the projects are actually created, assignments are actually created by experts who are working on those real-time projects. So the projects that would be part of this, they are not live, but they are created in alignment with the real-time project problems. Means the problems that is being encountered in real-time projects with different corporates, our industry assignments are created in that same light.
Thanks, Sujit. So I think we've already passed 25 minutes the time. So Ravi, over to you for any closing comments.
Yeah, thanks, Darshan. Thank you, everyone, for joining today's session. I hope that it was quite informative to you all, and I also sincerely believe that you would take necessary steps to empower your students with the Industry 4.0 skills and enable an ecosystem within your own organization to help them to find right set of jobs. So with that, I thank you all once again for patient hearing, and we will stay connected. Kindly touch base with us on this email ID. We will immediately get in touch with you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Darshan.
Yeah, thanks, Ravi. Yeah, thanks, Ravi. So thanking all of you for joining our session today. So for any further inquiries, please do write to us at enquiry.tcsion@tcs.com. The email IDs have been put in both the Q&A window and in the chat window. So please do write to us, and we'll be happy to discuss and take the discussion forward. Thank you all for joining in. Have a great evening. We are signing off now. Thank you.